which is a very basic program without using the semicolon. As I've said that a line will never end without using a semicolon. But in this video, we will uh, print a program. I mean, without hello, without semicolon in the end. So first of all, we will dive into the code without wasting our time. First of all, we need to write hash include studio.h, which is the same in every program we do, and int main. These are the basic building blocks which will provide a structure to our code. So again, we are using the if loop, which is also called as the conditional loop, wherein we are applying a condition here, printf hello world. So up to here our code is enclosed, but as we are using the if loop, we are ending it with another bracket and then putting two curly braces, open and end. This will act as a semicolon, wherein we are avoiding the use of semicolon and printing an interesting program. And then we are returning to a value 0. We need to return to a value because we are using int main, and then closing our program. I mean, here we started, here we closing. So let us debug this code and see what is the output. Yeah, let us start. Here our program is out, hello world. This is the required output we wanted. So for more interesting videos, you may subscribe to our channel Prickle Coder. The link is given in the description for the source code. And this is a online GDB compiler which will provide you suggestions for writing a code. It is very helpful in writing big programs. So further we will discuss in this platform only. Okay, because turbo c++ is also another basic one which will help us to know what we are writing for a line. From the next video we will discuss in this. So the link is given in the description. You may go use this program also. Thank you for watching this video. If you did not subscribe to my channel, you may go subscribe to channel, and do not forget to click on the bell icon for interesting updates on C programming language. It has been redirected. So let me save the project. First I have to create a new one and save the file as size of yeah okay, let us save the project rather than doing this. Yeah, we need to save the project in name, no name. Yeah, size of data types. Yeah, my project is saved. So I'm gonna start the code. Hash include stdio.h, include conayo.h, int main. You shouldn't forget these all basic steps. So let me start printing the size. These are the escape characters I will be showing you in my upcoming vlogs. Variables of int data type occupy percentage u bytes. Yeah, I'm gonna enclose this, put a comma, size of int. Yeah, this is finished. Next, printf \n variables. You have to check the spelling also, because even a minute mistake will not let your code to be compiled. Very careful with this software. Percentage u bits. You can use int the character to be percentage f or percentage u, percentage I. According to my convenience, I'm using this. And variables of char data type occupy percentage u bits enclose and next is, yeah, let me calculate the double. Yeah, these are enough for now. Given the source code in my website, you can go through it. Sorry, we are gonna use the get, and then we're gonna return to an integral value and close the parenthesis. Let me compile the, yeah, my code is successful. You should make sure that you're not making any mistakes. If you make also, it's okay, you learn from it. So let me run the code. Yeah, see, my variable of int data type occupy 2 bytes, variable of float data type occupy 4 bytes, and variable of chart data type occupy 1 bytes, and variables of double data type occupy 8 bytes. So check the source code in the link given below. Don't make any mistakes. Check each and every line. If you go wrong anywhere, you can just refer my vlog. You can reach me out on Instagram for very quick response, or else do comment in the comment section for more interesting videos like this.
Directly fresh project. So let us take an example of the a company at random. Okay, we have Facebook. Okay, Google. Assigning it here will help us to make the use of it afterwards in the next upcoming lines. Google, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, let us close the bracket here. See that there are no mistakes while writing the code. Okay, now let us assign Enum company Facebook in small letters. So here we are replacing the small letters by the capital letters. Okay, Facebook Enum company in let us write it in an order so that we'll get the numbers in the correct order. Google. Okay, Enum company Instagram equals to Instagram. Okay, Enum company Twitter equals to Twitter. Okay, now let us try to print the values of these variables. The value of Facebook is percentage %d. Okay, and I'm going to specify it in new line and address it here at the end. Okay, let me copy this. It will reduce the time. Okay, let me paste it here and make changes. Let us replace it by Google. Many people get excited and not check the end by replacing the uh, first. So I want you to take care there and check the end also, because it will prompt error if you are not going to address it there. Okay, it will show that you are declaring a variable two times. So you should take care of those small mistakes which are committed without your notice. Okay, and then lastly, let us print the values. The value of Twitter is percentage %d backslash n comma Twitter. Okay, the code is done. I'll provide the source code in the description. If you have missed out any video from my channel, then the links are provided in the description. You may not worry, go and watch them. Okay, let us debug this. There are no errors in my code. Let me just start and see what's the output. So the value of Facebook is 0, the value of Google is 1, the value of Instagram is 2, the value of Twitter is 3. So here providing the enum will arrange or give us the sequence of the programs we are going to implement. So if we are going to print the values in a different type, then your sequence will be different. So if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to our channel.
We are into Turbo C++ program. So let us start writing the code. We just first add them hash include stdio.h hash include conayo.h int main parenthesis open. So here we need to assign some variables int a, let it be 10 and int b equals to 12. So if you want to add or subtract two numbers, you need to know the concept of variables and constants. If you did not check out link, do check out the video. So let us write the program. Now c equals to a plus b. Okay, a plus b. Now let us write the function. The sum of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. Here we are assigning percentage d because we are adding two numbers, so we need to add, put in percentage d, a comma b comma c. Okay, and then return 0. Don't forget to close the parenthesis because a simple minute mistake will also not let our code compile. My code is successful. Let me run the code. Sorry, did not write the glitch. If we use conayo.h, we need to write it. Yeah, the sum of 10 and 12 is 22. And then now we will go and subtract two numbers. Let us move very far. Yeah, the code is very simple. A minus b, and we need to change the, okay, let it be. The difference between percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. So let us run the program. Yeah, it's done. It's -2, and then we will see the multiplication, the product of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. Yeah, let me keep the asterisk. Yeah, 120, and then division at last. No, let us change the numbers now. Okay, let it this be 15 and let this be 30. No, not remainder, the division of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. Let us run the program, then we'll get the value as 2. Yeah, now let us create the whole calculator program. Let me just write CLRSC. No, let me write it at the last. Let the numbers be the same. Now let us add some more variables: int d, int e, int f. Okay. Now let us start writing the program. Now a c equals to a plus b. Okay, and d equals to a minus b. This is the same concept of comments. Let me just specify them. Addition of two numbers. These are ignored by the compiler. It is just for the person to understand the code. Subtraction of two numbers. E equals to A asterisk B, and this is multiplication of two numbers, and F equals to A divided by B, division of two numbers. Now we need to write the code for this. It's not division. Let us start from here only. Yes, the source code for this is given in my website. You may go visit. I've given the description in the link. The sum of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. A comma b comma c. Now let us write printf the difference between percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. Here we have changed the variables, so be careful. A comma b comma d. Okay, printf the product of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. Okay, closing the inverted commas, a comma b comma e. Okay, and then last the division of percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. A comma B comma F. Done. Now I'm gonna write another program. Let me first clear my screen and then done. Compiling first. No errors and run. Oh, shouldn't be added here. Let me add it in the first one. Clear screen. Compile and then run. Yeah, it's done. 30 and 15 is 45. Difference 30 and 15 is 15. Product 30 and 15 is 450 and division. Let me just add some escape characters in order to create some space between them. Escape characters will also be out soon. Stay tuned for the updates. This will create a new line and then run. Yeah, 30 now. So let us start coding now. As define. Okay, we need to define 12 months now. So let us give, I will code this now. Hash define month. I'm defining this function here and I'll be using it somewhere else. Going to my requirement int main. It's very basic for every programming language. For every program we write upon the C program language. Int days, and here we are initializing months. Array initialization is another topic which is very deep and interesting too. I'll be discussing it in the upcoming videos now. 31, 30. We need to write the format of 12 months which we have. It might be random because we're generating this project by giving a code, so it might be anything as you like, as you please. So let us enter it very fast now. 5 to go. 31, 30, 31, 30 and 31. I think we are done. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's fine. And here let me write index for getting the code, the numbers in the sequence. As we are coding for the months, we need to get them in a sequence, for which we are implementing index, which will take care of the order now. Index, if it is 0, then index is less than months. Okay. Yes, we are putting up a condition here. If index is equals to 0, then our index is lesser than months, because the month is 12 and the index is some x value. And then we are here writing index and using a operator. So if you did not watch the operators phase videos, you may go watch. Link is given in the description. So here we will write months %d has, so it's a format specifier. We will discuss it now after this blog. I will post a video regarding this DN, and this is escape character for a new line, as we have used it in the videos, in the code we written. I think you are habituated to it. If you did not follow, you may comment in the comment section. I will make a separate tutorial for this. Plus 1 comma days and index. We are initializing an array into days, which is a topic which I have not discussed. I will discuss it in the upcoming videos after the arrays topic. So stay tuned for the video. So now for this code, we will compile and see what is the output for this. So let's debug this. My program has 0 errors. So for the source code, you may visit the description. I will give the links there. You may not worry. And for any doubts in the source code, you may comment in the comment section or ping me up on Instagram. So let us check. The program is generated. Month 1 has 31 days, month 2 has 28 days. It's Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, and it continues. So it is the number of months we are gonna initialize and get out the output according to our input given. So this code for this is very similar in Turbo C++ 2. You need to just add hash include conio.h in the after this line 9, and then return. You need to write the get, and then followed by its return value. Or if you have any objection regarding the source code for Turbo C++, you may ping me on Instagram or comment in the comment section. And if you like the video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel Practical Code. And do click on the bell icon for more interesting updates on C programming language and other programming languages too. Signing off for today, yours Practical Code. Thank you.
So let us get started with the Palindrome program and write the code for it now. INTN reversed n equals to 0. So majorly our program will be revolving around reverse number, original number, and INTN. So let us just write the code and check out what is the output for it. If you are not able to follow the code, don't worry, the link is given in the description. You may go follow the code in the source code section in my website. So let us just write the code for it now. First of all, we need to enter an integer, just giving it a direction, input output, and then down we are giving an input now. %d, we are using integer, so we are going to implement it and address it with n. Okay, now original number will be equal to n. Okay, let it be an example now. Now let us use the while loop. While n if not equal to 0, then we'll put a condition here. Remainder is equal to n %10. Reversed n will be equal to reversed n times 10 plus reminder. Okay, we are just putting up some conditions. These lines are to be written like this, so we are writing like this, and then next we will end with this now. A small command we are giving it. So our condition is specified here. Now let us use the if loop and see original number. So let us just use the equal to symbol and check. If we are going to use the equal to symbol, it will equate them but not compare them. So if we use the double equal to symbol, it will compare the both numbers and see which is a palindrome and which is not a palindrome. Okay, you may use the equal to symbol and check out the output. It will be, the program will be completely incomplete, and it will just give you the function you're giving. Like if you print 121 as a palindrome, it will say it is not a palindrome. Even you're printing a palindrome number or not a palindrome number, it will only display one which is not a palindrome. So just take care of it, because we are comparing. We need to specify the condition according to a requirement. So first of all, we need to assign it as percentage %d is a palindrome. Integer we are going to specify is a palindrome in the first case when we are comparing, and then address it with the original number. Okay, and then else, another condition we are putting. As we are using if, it need to be done with else also, because only one condition cannot be kept. So we will just put another condition also, original number. Yes, and we are done with the program. So let us just return to integral function, as we are using int main. So just take care of these small mistakes you perform while writing codes. If you have any doubt, you may comment in the comment section or ping me on Instagram. I'll be responding very fast. Let's just debug this and see any errors are there in our program. So there are zero errors in my program, and it is ready to start and run. So let us enter an integer and see. 121, it is a palindrome. So let us enter non-palindrome number and see what will be the output. So it is not a palindrome. So here we are feeding some data and getting the output, like we are feeding some data in this int n reverse n equals to 0 remainder original number, and just seeing that our requirement is satisfied. So if you did not get the code, you may just go visit the link in the description. The link is given in the source codes. For the source codes, you may just visit and get the doubts clarified. If you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to our channel Prequel Coder.
We'll talk about it in the examples. So let us now go to Turbo C++ and write a simple code for these loops we have talked now. So let us dive into the code. So let us start writing the code. Okay, come on. So let us dive into the code. Hash include basics every time, should not be forgotten, because a minute mistake also will not let us compile a code. And prompt errors int. So here we are gonna assign two variables, so let us assign them. Number to be tested, number to be tested, comma, reminder. So first, in the first step, what you gonna assign should be used in the last step also. If you make a spelling mistake also, the compiler will not compile the code. Printf enter the number to be tested. Okay, close second line, scanf, it is used for feeding input. Okay, scanf percentage I and number to be tested. Okay, close it up. Okay, then we'll write the result what we need. Remainder equals to number to be tested percent percentage 2. Percentage 2 will divide the statement, and this will divide the statement by 2. Okay, number to be tested. We have made a spelling mistake which have to be rectified now. Okay, now we need to write if statement and put it in the bracket. Reminder, curly these braces are very important. Reminder double equals to 0, then printf we gotta print the number is even. Okay, number is even, close the parenthesis, and else printf the number is odd. Okay, close it. Okay, we got an escape character here. Yep, we are done. And then we need to write the get statement because we are using clanguage.h, and then return to 0. Check the code once again. Hash include stdio.h, hash include clanguage.h, int main, number to be tested, reminder. Yeah, we have made a spelling mistake again. Okay, everything is correct. Yeah, we can compile our code because there are no mistakes. Success. So we need to enter the number to be tested. So I'm taking a even number first. My number is even, and then I'll take a odd number now. 13. Yeah, the number is odd. So we have tested two cases wherein our numbers are to be even and odd. So for more videos upon C programming language and any other programming languages, do subscribe to our channel Brickell Coder. Follow me upon Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. For source code, you may visit our website. Link is given in the description. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So let us write the code for this in this now. Okay, hash include studio.h, which is very common in the Turbo C++ or any compiler you go. Hash include conaio dot h int main. See to it that you're not making any mistakes, because a minute mistake will also not let your code compiler. And we'll declare a char data type to be ch, and write a statement that printing that printf, you need to first enter a single character. Okay, sorry, made a mistake. Okay, character, and then close it with a colon, and again brace to close it, scanf. So we are addressing it here. I mean, giving an input which is %c, comma, and ch. We are giving an address here. Next, printf, print function, the no the ASCII value of %c is %d. So we are giving an address here again, ch, because we are gonna get two char characters. We are gonna give it this statement, and then get because using conio.h, and then returning to 0 because we have used this function int main function. So let us compile the code. Going to the compile directory, compile, so my code doesn't have any mistakes. See to it that you're also not making any mistakes. The source code will be provided in the link given in the description. You may go check it out. I'm gonna run it. So for I have already given a character, so we'll give another character 8. So the ASCII value of 8 is 56. So if you want to run it again, you may go run it again without any complication. So I'm running it again. Okay, we'll type 5. So 53. So like this, you can determine the values of the American Standard Code by writing the code upon C like this. So let us go to the GDB compiler and check it out there also. So let us write the code here also. Okay. Printf. Okay. Enter a single character. Closing it. Scanf. Okay. Scanf. Percentage C, comma, and ch. The code is one and the same, but we are changing the compiler for a clarity. Okay. The ASCII value of percentage %C is percentage %D. I mean, here we are giving an input and expecting an output from the compiler. So we are giving two escape characters here. Okay, and our code is done. So let us debug it. Okay, let me start it. Okay, now let us take alphabet R. So the ASCII value of R is 82. So if you want more content on C like this or any other programming languages, you may go subscribe to our channel Prequel Coder. So do not forget to click on the bell icon for notifications on my new videos, and share, do like and subscribe to our channel Prequel Coder. Thank you. We need to create a new one, new, and then I'll start reading the code. If you did not follow, please do comment in the comment section. For any queries, visit my Instagram account Prequel Coder, or you can visit my website for the source code. So let's start with basic. Hash include no minute mistakes because a code must not have any mistakes because the compiler will check each and every mistake and ignore the comments. Hash include. We'll change the compiler after some days because this is a basic building block which will help us to understand the line, for what we are writing the code. Length equals to 10, int breadth equals to say 3 because it's beginning, right? We'll operate with some basic numbers. Area int perimeter, and then area perimeter we have assigned. Yeah, it's done. Now first we will give the compiler some instruction that I'm giving it some input to print, to multiply length and breadth of the numbers given above, and then I'm giving it a function. So if we are multiplying here, right, then we need to write area is percentage %d backslash n. I'll discuss about the format specifiers in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned. Perimeter equals to 2 into length. In mathematics we learn formulas which are helpful now. Right. Don't forget to put a semicolon for which we are writing. I mean, they are not the comments, so we need to make sure that we are adding a semicolon in the end. Perimeter, it is like a full stop in turbos, I mean in any program, in programming language, wherein we are indicating that my line is finished there. Spelling mistakes must also not be made because the compiler checks each and everything. So we'll compile it by using a shortcut. If you have a Windows 10 computer at your place, you need to click Alt Function F9. Some errors are there, so we missed out important statements. Errors must occur because we learn from errors only. Practice, yeah, it's done. Let's compile the code. Successful, and run by clicking on control function F9. Yeah, see, my area of rectangle is 30 because 10 multiplied by 3 is 30 and perimeter is 26. Okay. Yeah, it's correct. So for more videos, please do subscribe to my channel Prequel Coder, and if any queries you may visit my website or Instagram account wherein you will be provided with the source codes, and don't forget to click on the bell icon for more notifications, and thank you.
Going to the GDB. So let us start writing the code. Int marks 10. Okay. I n and sum will be equals to 0. This is a simple program for determining the average of random numbers. Okay, and now we will print a function. Enter the number of elements which you are where you are in a requirement elements, and then scanf output function and input function percentage d and addressing it to n, it is number of elements. And now we'll use the for loop. For I equals to 0, I is greater than n. As we are using for loop, we are placing a semicolon after every initialization. Okay, plus plus I. Okay, and we'll open curly braces. This is a loop function, it is a conditional loop. So let us print a function which is enter the number percentage d, it is an integer. So next we will address it as I plus 1. Okay, and scanf we will address again it to an integral number and marks I. Okay, and there is a last line, sum addition assignment operator equals to marks. Okay, addition assignment operator. If you did not watch the operators video, the link is given in the description. You may go and watch the video. So let us now write a statement that prints our average sum by n. Okay, and then lastly print a statement that sum is percentage d because we are using the int, so here we are using the percentage d and putting an end to the code by keeping a semicolon. Let us check the recheck the code and see whether there are any errors in our program. Hash include studio.h int main. Yeah, there are no errors in my code. Let me just compile and see my output. Okay, Yeah, there are zero errors in my code. Let me just start the program, and I will enter three elements which are to be tested: 5, 4, and 9. No, let us initialize it to 6. So our sum is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So using this program you can determine the average of the given elements, or and in this block let's now write the code for this. Okay, int display 2 by 3, and then just declare two variables, and now just we are going to add the for loop. If for if I equals to 0, I is greater than 2, and I plus plus, we are declaring it to be greater than 2 because we are having a matrix to uh, declared, so it is greater than 2. Sorry, and then we will declare another for loop. For j equals to 0, j must be greater than 3, and j plus plus. We are using the increment operator because we are assigning the value is greater than or 2, 3 or something. If we are going to assign it less than, then we will use the decrement operator. So let me just print a statement that the values of element percentage d and the element percentage d is addressed I and j. It is assigned or addressed to I and j. Now let me just write a scanf function, and that is I'm giving in this input. So, I'm giving this input as an address and addressing it display I and j. Okay. Now this is end for this line. Then next let's print a function that it is a two-dimensional array. I'm giving it an output to display this after the for loop. Okay, now let us just again add the loops the same, because okay, now the statement would be printf percentage d, and we are asking it to print I and j. So next we are using the if loop. If j is compared to 2, then our print statement is a new line. Okay, my code is done. I just forgot to add the braces. So not worry, I'll provide the source code in the description, and if you have any queries regarding this code, you may comment in the comment section, or ping me on Instagram for a further more clarity. So let us just debug this, and there are no errors in my code. Let me just start the program. It is started, so it will ask you to enter some values. So you may enter it at, sorry, I have entered a wrong value. So 5, 6, it will only take the integral values, so be careful while entering it. Be in a hurry while entering the values, because if you are not going to enter integral values, then your code may go wrong. Okay, so be a little careful. So my two-dimensional array elements are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. I have forgot to add a new line here, so my code is showing in the same line. So now the error will be cleared. So let me just start and see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, So here comes the two-dimensional array elements 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So these are all arranged in the matrix way, in the form of a matrix. So if you like this video, do like, share, and
Guys, welcome back to Prickle Coder. In the previous video, we have faced a challenge on how to print hello world program without the implementation of semicolon in the end, which is not possible in C programming language. So in this video, we will make another step of complexity and move on to another program which is printing Tic Tac Toe in C programming language. So the code will be interesting and we'll get a chance to play this game on your computer by writing this code. So the compiler link is given in the description. You may not worry, and the source code will also be provided. So let us begin with the code now. First of all, we need to write the hash include studio.h, which is very common for every program we write in C. And then we need to write the standard library.h, which we'll be talking about in the later upcoming blocks. So again, we need to write the hash include conio.function, which we have used in the Turbo C++. I mean, it will take care of the console input and output. So here we are using the char data type, which we have not used up to now. Char square 10. We are getting the shape in the square, so we need to take 10. And then here we are writing how many rows and columns we require. We have an requirement of 9. 3 vertical and 3 horizontal. So let us see after the code is very well compiled. So 0 1, we are writing this in single quotes because this is a charged data type which should be enclosed within single quotes. Okay, and we are writing it from 0 to 9 and we are not including 10. Okay, because 0 is counted to be, from 0 to 9 there are 10 numbers, so 10 is not required to be counted. So here we are first of all assigning two variables, int choice, int player, and then again we are taking int check for win. This is a program for checking for winning, and then here we are getting a display board which is printed in the void function, which will not return to any value. Again we are writing a void and mark board. This will print your board, and then char mark. This all the numbers will fit in this. So here starts our code. Int main, int game status. Okay, here we are assigning our variables. This type of codes are very complex and very interesting to be to seek. So do watch a video up to the end because it is very interesting. You'll get a chance to play this game in your computer by writing this code. So need to write int game status char mark so that the number will be printed. Int draw, int win. Draw in the sense the game is none wins or none lose. Okay, int win. So for losing we are assigning it in the afterwards, and then we need to write player 1. The first player we will be keeping X or O. Now starts a code display board as we have assigned above. Here void display board, which is not returning to any function. We are using the do loop here, and then change turn. After one place and it goes to the other one. Okay, player equals to player percentage 2. It's shifting from the player 1 to player 2, which is given with a ratio symbol. Get input. So here we are using making the use of comments. If you did not watch the comment video, this link is given in the description. You may go and watch. Here we are printing a line, printf percentage d, enter a number. Okay, player percentage d, starting with the player function, and percentage d escape percentage character, enter a number. It might be 1 2 3 or any random number, and then again enclosing it with the player one. We have assigned it in the above one, so we are ending with this. Okay, we are addressing it here. So again next we are writing scanf, which is input function, percentage d, and choice. Okay, get the correct answer based on the player turn. Okay, I mean this comment is helpful for getting the correct character based on the player turn. I mean, if the player is gonna play if the player chooses X, then the second player should have to be chosen Y O. So mark equals to player level equals to 1. So what is mark? We will talk about it now. So mark is used here because we are uh, indicating the player turn. So player level equals to 1 using an operator, question mark X or O. I mean, if the player 1 is choosing X, the player 2 might be choosing O, or vice versa. Set board based on user's choice or invalid choice. Okay, mark board and mark, because here we are setting the board according to the user choice. If it is invalid, then it will be vice versa. Game status, it is we are assigning here it to be checked for winning first, and then player double plus, which is a function, which is an operator. If you did not watch the operator vlog, you may go get it in my description for this video. So here we are done with the do loop. So we are going to another loop while game status double equals to 1 minus 1, and then closing it with a semicolon. So for which, and then if game status equals to 1, okay, player is gonna win. Okay, here we have used the operator. Okay, if you did not watch the operator video, you may go watch, it is in the description, the link is given in the description. Double equals to greater than or a, slash a, player percentage d win. Okay, else if it is, this condition is not satisfying, then the game is draw. Okay, and here we are returning to a value 0 for while and if we have opened a we have not opened a bracket, but we are giving it an end. Here we are writing a function to return to game status. 1 for the game is over with the result, -1 for the game is in process, 0 is game over and no result. So assigning these comments will make our program to be understood very easily by anyone. So usage of comments is very important in C and Java and every programming language. int check for winning, opening the bracket. Okay, here we are checking, we are checking the game status, either it is winning or lose. So int return value equals to 0, the game is over and there is no result. So here we are taking the if loop, if square 1. So here game is just starting, so we are using the if loop square bracket 1 double equals to square bracket 2. Here we are using the logical and operator. So we are opening with if loop, and then square 1, we are comparing this, with the square 2, and we are using the logical operator, and then square 2 is compared with square 3, and here we are assigning it to win. Same with the other cases also. So square 4 is being compared with 5. So comparing might not be in a sequence, it can be at a random order. So it is according to your requirement. Okay. So as we started, we'll end it square, and after using the if. So after using the if condition, we are using the else if, which will evaluate a condition to be true. So we are comparing the square 4 with the square 5, and using the logical operator 5 with the square 6. When we are comparing here and comparing here, returning with a value 1. In all these cases, we are evaluating a condition to be true and a game to be win. Okay. Again, using the else if for evaluating a condition to be true. It might be not in order. You may, you may take it as you like, as according to your requirement. Okay. square 1 double equals to 4. I mean, we are comparing with this and using the logical operator. Square 4 is been compared with square 7. So you need to write the code like this, and you need not worry. I'm providing the source code in the description. You may go and watch it. Else if again we are putting up a condition here, square 1, which is a logical operator again. So this condition is not equal to or not equivalent. So square 1 is not equivalent to 1 using the logical operator, and we are assigning it to be same for all the operators we are gonna use up to 9. Okay, and then at last we are returning to a value 0, which is evaluating the condition to be, the game is not returning to any progress, and it is quitting. So else if we return to value -1, the game is still in progress. Okay, return to return value, it is -1 of course, and we are closing it here where we have opened up. Okay, and then function to draw tic tac toe with players mark. Okay, here we're going to display X and O. Void display board. Here we are clearing our screen. Printf. We are clearing everything we have written above because it is not useful now. It is useful while we compile the code and run it. Player 1 is X, player 2 is O, and we are clearing it again. The escape characters will be discussed in the upcoming vlog, so stay tuned by subscribing to our channel Pickle Coder. So here we are gonna draw the boxes, for which we need to use the mod function or line printf. Here we are putting some gap so that we can insert numbers into this now after compiling the code. This is the first line, so from the second line we have wrote the numbers square 1, square 2, square 3. Okay, it is taking up to 3, and then same with all the others up to 9 we are writing. So for the second function we are just keeping it like this. And then next we are applying the same condition as we have did with for the 115th line. 120th line is followed by the same, and then it is a kind of alternative. So it will clear the lines here and then again print it here. It will create some space. Okay, so then next set the board with the correct character X or O in spot in the array. Array will be discussed in the upcoming vlog, so stay tuned. Void mark board check mark mark, sorry. So here we are using the if condition choice if it is compared to 1, and square if compared to 1, square 1 equals to mark. So we are doing with it with the same condition. You need to just understand the code, and it is not at all complex. So for the first we are using the if condition, and then it is followed by else if, which will evaluate our condition to be true. Okay, you need not worry, the source code is been in the description. You may go just check it out. Okay, and then here we are using the else condition. If it is not at all these cases, printf it is invalid move, because if it is gonna excite 9, then it is not into our condition which we have assigned above. So it is printing an invalid move, and then player is null, and we are returning to get function because we are using the connect.h in above. So here we are closing the parenthesis. uh, this one and this one is a pair, and the int main is the function we have used, and this is the pair of the int main function. So our code is really ready to be compiled. So we will just go compile the code, whether we have errors or not. Let us check it. So I think there are no errors. So if you want to compile it without using any directories, you can directly click on function and F8. My code is getting compiled. Let me wait. So my code has no errors. So I'm starting. Yeah, my program is ready to compile. My code has no errors. So see to it that your code is not having any errors. So let me randomly enter 9. It will print X because it's the first player. Player 2, it will be O. Okay, so let me write 2. Okay, player 1 again. Let me write 6. And player 2, 5 and 3. So here player 1 wins. So it is showing the function here. So I hope I made myself very clear with the code. For any queries, you may comment in the comment section, and do like, share and subscribe our channel Prequel Coder. Do support me by clicking on the bell notification for more and more interesting videos on C. Thank you, signing off for today. Yes, Prequel Coder.